friends and family of fallen officer John Hobbs are trying to make sense of his tragic death. He leaves behind a wife and 3 children, and tonight we're learning more about the man behind the badge. ABC 15's Sarah Goldenberg is at that memorial site, and Sarah, I know we've talked to some folks who really knew him well, say he was just a terrific guy.
Yeah, you know, a close friend of his tells me he was a man of integrity and he truly loved his job. And even people who didn't know him truly care for him, care about him. And you can tell just how much they do by how big this memorial site is getting. For a third day, a community comes together to mourn.
It's more than just the officer. It's his family who has to mourn his loss, his kids who has to grow up without him.
Strangers brought to tears, but it's the people closest to Detective John Hobbs who feel the loss the hardest.
He was always a guy of very high integrity and was, as I said, doing exactly what he loved, what he wanted to do, and just an exceptional human being.
Greg Wolf went to high school with John and has known him for nearly 30 years.
And I am sure that John knew and his wife knew that every day that he left the house to go to work that he was facing this kind of danger, and he did it with pleasure because it was truly what he wanted to do.
Bob Sitnek works with the County Fugitive Apprehension Unit and often worked with John closely out on the job.
John was like the kind of guy you could call up anytime, he'd be there for you. Even if he was out of town, he'd still pick up.
He says it's tough work, but everyone who does it loves it.
So you're knocking on doors and you never know what's going to be behind that door. We always have to assume the worst, just like what happened to John.
As the memorial grows and police continue to patrol with heavy hearts,
we just do what we got to do and keep going on.
This detective's memory lives on.
I'll just miss the bit of times that I saw him.
Now the outpouring of support continues to grow as more and more people stop by this memorial. We've even seen several police officers from departments all over the valley come out here today to pay their respects. And I can tell you that tonight at 6:30 there will be a candlelight vigil in remembrance of Detective Hobbs. There will be a moment of silence as well as some prayers tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure it means a lot to officers to see that outpouring of support for everything that they do. Thanks so much, Sarah.